Yes, guys, it's Championship Manager 0102 Game On Part 40. And boy, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've done an update on this bad boy. And we have got some breathtaking news. Breathtaking. Now, I've got to work out really how long it's been in game time since the last game, because I just had to look, and it was the 15th of January 2034. Matt was AC Milan, and I was Barcelona. Past tense, sir. Past tense. Are you ready for this? Because a lot has happened. An awful lot has happened in this game on challenge, where we've had some sessions here and there, a few commitments here and there, which has prevented us hammering out sessions like we had been. But nevertheless, the game doesn't die. And I know Matt is waiting for this. I know Matt is waiting for this because he's waiting to see how I pronounce something. I ain't fucking stupid, Matt. Yeah, I know what you're fucking getting at, and you're waiting for it, aren't you? So it's a little spoiler alert. So we are going to start with Matt first, and Matt's departure from AC Milan. I think Matt was always going to depart from AC Milan. I think there was no doubt about that. Any ideas yet where Matt could be? Matt has moved, and as you can see, just quickly before we go any further, so you can see we're over one season further than the previous update. 14th of February 2035, second half of the season, or the home straight of season 34. Season 34, and Matt is PSV. Never been PSV before, and he's struggling. I say struggling; he's having a tough time. You know, he comes on the back of runners-up of. Let's just show you when he took over, so you know roughly. So he took over on the 28th. He took over at the start of the season, to be honest with you. So it was a good time. You know, I always think it's good to take over at the start of the season, get a full allocation of transfers and stuff. And he has actually. Let's just have a look at his transfer. He has just taken his 7th transfer, which was this guy. So his 7 transfers start from Ibrahim, because that guy, Peter Mayes, was already there when he arrived. So his 7 transfers, he's obviously had to adjust to what he's used to buying. That's a great player, by the way, Matt. He's had to really adjust, because we're not working, he's not working with the bigger scale players, the bigger scale money like he's used to. I think he's out the cup. Sure he's out the cup. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, if I remember rightly. Yeah, he went out on penalties. And the Champions League, it's looking grim. It's looking very, very grim. But and I think, you know, this is what does keep the game interesting, is the fact that he's taken challenge accepted almost. You know, he didn't inherit the greatest team in the world. I know he was torn between PSV and River, and the reason, because he asked me how much did River have in the bank. They had quite a lot, if I remember rightly, but it was hard to spend it because of the reputation. It was also very difficult to get the sort of squad you want, because you're restricted to Argentines having to be in your match day lineup. So it was very, very difficult. He has got some really good players, and I've said this before about Holland. They really unearth some amazing players in the reserves. Where will Matt? I mean, it was a tough challenge for him. It was a tough session, shall I say? You know, the Champions League, losing in the league. I mean, he pulled off a great result at Ajax. Where was it now? He pulled off this great result at Ajax. I even acknowledged it, and that was followed by that, and he was devastated. And yeah, he had every right to throw the mouse. I know I would have. You know, you pull off that result at the double champions, and then that happens. He hasn't really ever changed tactics, so I like that in Matt. I like, you know, and I'm guilty of doing that. You start losing a run of games, and you start, you know, changing tactics. I mean, and what topped this session off was that, you know, that was brutal. Of course, my old team, Inter Milan. So let's just take a really, really quick look at how his old team is doing. AC Milan, typical AI. Milan have they've sold a few players. They've sold. Look at that. It's pathetic, really, isn't it? It's pathetic that they sell their best players. It's a shame that the AI have not got a little bit of sense. Of course, my old team, Inter Milan, but it's Roma leading the way. But do you know what? You've probably worked out that I have moved and I'm not in Italy. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? So I have moved to a new country. This was one hell of a fucking risk. This is one hell of a risk. There you see, I have moved to Eintracht Alast. Eintracht Alast, if that's how you pronounce it, in Belgium. Now, they are the current champions, believe it or not. They are the current champions. And I moved I think mine was at the start of the season as well. Yeah, look at that. I moved just before the update. So, and I was able to get some players in before the update. I didn't quite get my full allocation of 7 players in. So I moved on the 12th. I managed to get 4 players in. Again, you know, much smaller scale to what I'm used to. You know, we'll go to my previous team in a minute, but my 7 players for this season, that I think is either Barthez or Frey. We brought some good players in. We spent a few quid. We had a few quid. That I think is Mexes, because I've trained him. That I think is Beckham. I think it's Beckham. I know we always do this, me and Matt. We're very guilty of this. We always say fuck regens, but you can't help but sort of try and identify somebody. We've had a tough time. We've had a very, very tough time. We're in the Champions League. Yeah, it's not over yet. Are we still in the Belgian Cup? Is there a Belgian Cup? There must be a Belgian Cup, surely. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, we're out. Oh, okay, we're out the Belgian Cup. Yeah, there you go. We're out that. Okay, fuck that shit off. So Eintracht Alast, if that's how you pronounce it. If it's not, fuck you. They were the current champions, which obviously did appeal to me. A little bit of money in the bank, shitty stadium, shitty seated, awful facilities. Whatever happens at the end of this season, you know, when I went to Portugal and Porto, I had a really tough start there. It took me over a year before I could get a title. This could well be the case. End of the season, who knows what's going to be the case. Will Matt still be at PSV? I don't know. Can I turn it around and overturn that 4-point deficit? I fucking hope so. You'll notice that Anderlecht are not there. Club Brugge are not there. I'm sure Club Brugge are 2nd tier, Anderlecht the 3rd tier. It's crazy. This is what proves we are 34 years into the future. So let's have a quick look now then at my old team, Barcelona. We left Barcelona last season, and if I show you how we left them, we didn't win the title. We finished 2nd in the table, which for me was a feat. You know, I think Real Madrid were just too good. You got to think to yourself, right? We took over Barcelona, and we did a really good job. We took over them in 13th place, and to finish 2nd. Let's just have a look at something a minute on myself. We took over in the 21st of December 33, which was just before that last update, and we left them at the end of the season. So we, in theory, just took them to the end of the season and finished 2nd. And I think we did a good job with Barcelona. It was really always going to be probably a stopgap. And, you know, me and Matt, we've whinged to each other, we whinged to ourselves, no doubt, about, fucking hell, why did I leave Milan? Why did I leave Barca? Why did I leave Inter? Blah, blah, fucking blah. It's because of our passion for the game and trying to succeed in different areas. Matt did say to me, he wish he took River. Whether that's still there, I don't know. I mean, let's just have a look. We can probably get to River from here. Yeah, they are still rich. I thought they might be. I don't know where all the staff is, though. Fucking hell. You know, it's an interesting one. It really is. I mean, why did I leave Dortmund to go to Barcelona? I had all the money at Dortmund. I had the biggest stadium in the world. I had probably the biggest bank balance in the world. We do it because, you know, we get a little bit bored and we want to sort of... but then the grey hairs come through because we're getting angry, you know. But the thing is, right, I look at mine and I think I'm pretty fucking happy with what you see right there. You know, I'm pretty fucking happy with that. And I'm sure Matt is as well, to be honest with you. I don't doubt Matt is not displeased with his... why did I go there? I don't believe Matt is displeased with his credentials as a manager. Apart from that... you know, I think it's great. I mean, Matt left Juventus. He left Juventus probably in the same concept as me leaving Barcelona. You know, probably took him as far. No, I won't say took him as far as he can, and I wouldn't say that about me. You just think to yourself, you've almost only taken him for a stopgap. And to be fair to Matt, he took Juventus in the second tier. Let me remind you, which didn't do his reputation that good, but he did a really good job. So let's have a look now. So Matt is world class in Holland, and I am. Oh God, I'm out of mind blank. Yeah, I'm only superb. Well, there you go. It doesn't do you good. I didn't even know my days. This is worrying, isn't it? I didn't even realise I was only very good. But this is the risk of going down to these little leagues. It's a risk that I knew I was taking. You know, and it can be very difficult to get out of the country because of this. You see, it can be very, very difficult. But you've got to think to yourself, right, just cast your mind back to how this game all started. And this all started with, where's selected leagues? With my 7-Up challenge, where I selected seven countries, and the objective was to try and get to every country. Now, that's still the objective in this. And so far, Argentina, Czech, Belgium, we're currently in progress. Brazil, we've not been to Brazil yet. England, France, Germany, Holland, Italy, Portugal, not Russia, Spain. A little recap on Russia. That was a mistake. It should have been Scotland. You know, it's an interesting one. The game, I mean, we're coming to the end, or the home stretch of season 34, which is pretty fucking remarkable. So that is the Game On Challenge, and that is where we're at with, like I say, it was breathtaking news. It was a breathtaking year, to be fair. Let's have a quick look, something that I probably should look at for the benefit of Matt fans. Matt last season clinched the Champions League, and weren't it bizarre, right, as to who Matt beat in the final? He beat Dortmund in the final, and he clinched, I'm sure he won this, didn't he? He clinched the, he clinched it all. The bottom line is Matt absolutely clinched it all. He did the treble, and I think it was the right time to go. I think he was happy to take any. See, this is why Matt went for the same reason that I left Dortmund, or I left this team, or he left that team in the past. You know, it was time to go. He had a hat-trick of titles. The one thing I think there's no doubt that Matt misses and I miss is definitely over here. 23 to 24 is when we were both AC and Inter, and the rivalry was fierce. You know, that was when we were peaking, I feel, as managers. But it's a new chapter, new horizons. Who knows? So that is that, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this as much as we've enjoyed playing it, and as much as I've enjoyed doing videos on it, because I think it's fucking great. It really is great. And that's it from me, guys. Until next time from me, take it easy.